What is up, guys? Euclid back here with you again, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going back to the reactionary part of the channel, and we're going to be checking out Skyblivion. Now, I've been following this team, the Skyblivion team, and Rebel's Eyes for quite a while, and first of all, I just want to, throw out here, they're not aware of anything that I'm creating here. I'm just doing this for the love of the game. Elder Scrolls Oblivion was my favorite Elder Scrolls to date. I really liked Morrowind a lot for a lot of varying reasons, but Oblivion, despite what it lacked and Skyrim and or Morrowind had, or made up for, Oblivion's still, all in all, Central Tamriel, the Imperial City. I play as an Imperial predominantly myself when I do Elder Scrolls, so I'm really looking forward to this. This is a quick denotation before we get on with our reaction and kind of go through the video and see what they have to offer and show us for the update. It says here, Oblivion remade in the Skyrim engine. Remaking Oblivion in the Skyrim engine is what we set out to do when we started the Skyblivion project. Today, we would like to share an exact update on the progress of Skyblivion and what we have left for a 2025 release at the latest. We hope your support to finish the final steps in completing our dream, maybe even beating our own estimation. If you feel you can help contribute to this project, we would love to have you on the team. And then, of course, they have their links and information. So, I recommend if you do have any modding experience and you love the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, definitely give their team a chance. Without further more, let's go ahead and see what the Skyblivion team has to offer us.
Welcome to the road to Skyblivion. Now that we have a goal set in place, we'd like to break down where we are at and where we need to travel to get there. In this video, we aim to show you exactly what has been completed and what still remains in order to make our release goal of 2025. Should you feel you have the skills needed to help us achieve that goal, we are always looking for new volunteers.
Hear that, guys? If anybody's talented enough to join.
Our landscaping and level design serves as the canvas for players to paint their own stories, so we strive to craft as attractive a world space as possible. Though significant strides have been made on various regions, some require more attention, like the grassy West Weald, snowy Valus and Gerald Mountains, and Nibbene's Lakes.
Yes!
By doing so, we aim to make the world more captivating to explore and enhance the visual storytelling aspects for which the Elder Scrolls series is so beloved. The land of Cyrodiil is divided into 9 different regions. We start off with the Gold Coast, which recently had all 526 cells landscaped. The Colovian Highlands has all 422 cells landscaped.
Yes!
The Fall Forest and Heartlands region has all 405 cells landscaped. The Great Forest, with its 460 cells, has been fully landscaped in record time. The Gerald and Valus Mountains, with 517 cells, has also been fully landscaped. And the Swamps of Blackwood have all 803 cells completed.
I really appreciated
Currently, the West
they
Weald
actually
is
took
the
the time
least
to
polished area, sitting at 43 out of 284 cells, or around 15%. The Nibbene Basin also needs work, with 300 out of the 674 cells completed. And the nearby Nibbene Valley similarly sits at around 50% completion, with 155 out of 300 cells finished.
Nice!
The Skyblivion world map has a total of 4,391 cells, of which we have completed 3,632, or 82.7%. Beyond the borders of Cyrodiil, and even Nirn itself, lie 40 unique world spaces. From hostile Oblivion realms to painted worlds, dreams, and alternate realities ruled by Daedric princes.
Yes!
So far, we've completed 11 world spaces, with most of the remaining 29
Cyrodiil is gorgeous.
Oblivion realms, which we're saving for last. Our plan is to use all the knowledge and skills we've gained over the years to make these realms a truly memorable part of the gaming experience. Once a region is complete, the magic of navmeshing can begin. This process involves adding a navigational mesh to the world map, allowing creatures to roam, battle, and follow you. We're currently around a third of the way through this mammoth task, which means that NPCs and quests are fully functional in those completed parts of the map. This is a quicker process when tackled on a cell-by-cell basis compared to landscaping. If you have some spare time and are interested in lending a hand, the Navmesh team is always looking for new recruits to help speed things along.
Oh, hell yeah. God.
Now, let's turn to our interiors. We have a whopping 600 interiors, with 260 completed, or roughly 40% of the total. They are divided into categories, including castles, unique structures, stables, shops, sewers, mines, inns, homes, forts, chapels, caves, imperial watchtowers, and Ayleid ruins.
Hell yes.
Of these interior locations, dungeons are by far the most time-intensive, accounting for 220 of the total. That's why our focus has been on completing dungeons like caves, forts, and mines first, with 190 either finished or in progress.
Beautiful.
The remaining 380 interior locations, like houses, shops, and other smaller locations, take a fraction of the time to complete and are often tackled in larger batches. Whether you're interested in working on houses or dungeons, we warmly welcome your volunteer application. 3D. From the threads that make up your character's garments, to the lush forest greenery and the birds that soar high above, each 3D object and creature infuses life into Cyrodiil. While
Cathedrals,
many
the
object groups are well
towns.
underway, some areas create a bottleneck for other departments. For instance, if the architecture set for a city hasn't been remade, the level design team can't advance into building that area in-game. Furthermore, without recreating all 2,508 of Oblivion's 3D objects from the ground up, we won't meet the required legal standard to release Skyblivion. Our plants and clothes are particularly underdeveloped, and we need extra help in wrapping up this extensive list of assets. We have some 615 objects yet to create. Although some could be borrowed from Skyrim, many of them are not suitable for integration into Skyblivion, so there remains a long list of assets to recreate from scratch. Our 3D team is chugging away, but we always welcome new artists to lend a hand, even in the final stages of development. Quests. In Skyblivion, players can create their own story and make a name for themselves by embarking on the 199 quests available. Out of these quests, 97 are currently playable, 25 are in progress, and 77 still need to be worked on.
Wow.
These quests can be found in various quest lines.
This breakdown is more than I thought it would be, honestly.
Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, side quests, Daedric quests, arena quests, and master training quests. Gameplay systems. Oblivion is renowned for its unique mechanics, many of which are currently operational and in-game. These include the class system, spellcrafting, spells and magic, underwater combat, alchemy, weathers, disposition, and attributes. Additional mechanics may be added in the future. Time will tell.
Yes, music. Of all things, it's the best.
Cyrodiil would never truly immerse the player without Oblivion's iconic music. We are proud to announce that all original tracks have been retained and supplemented with 17 new tracks. Each of the 9 regions has a unique new track, complemented by 3 new dungeon exploration themes. Additionally,
I love it.
The atmospheric music for the Oblivion realms has been updated for an even more absorbing experience. In regards to DLC, our focus is 100% on Skyblivion for now, in order to release the base game at some point in 2025. Once Skyblivion is in your hands, we shall turn our attention to the Shivering Isles and other extra content.
Yes,
We've
dude.
come a long way since the project began in earnest back in 2016.
Wow.
Having a tangible release goal is amazing and terrifying all at once. but with your help, we are confident we will meet it. If you feel you have the skills to help us breathe new life into Cyrodiil, please consider applying at www.skyblivion.com/volunteer.
Those of you that are talented,
Started out
I'm not.
as a simple side
Not in that way. I wish
has evolved into one of the biggest
that I
modern
was.
projects to date. Despite the massive scope of this project, we are finally seeing the end of the road, and there is still work to be done. We hope this video has given you a better insight into the project, and perhaps has shown how some of you might be able to contribute yourselves. Only with the Elder Scrolls modding community's talents and the support of this fantastic community could we have ever gotten as far as we have. We hope you continue to support us as you have for years, and we are excited to share much more.
all those locations are so signature. Wow. Holy shit. And Rune's Dagon looks fucking metal as shit. $2025. A realistic release date. Okay, so little bit of background. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like put the volume down and just like let it play through as, you know, we usually do in my videos. So a little bit of background on as far as like Skyblivion is concerned. Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I remember being in high school, and I remember receiving this game, or not even necessarily in high school. I remember playing this game in the living room at my parents' house, and even my siblings and parents, who really have never really been into video games, were kind of floored by the game at the time when it first released, when the camera was panning over the Imperial City. I didn't notice the hilariously large NPCs walking the walls of you know, the Imperial City in Cyrodiil, but I did notice the lush landscapes, and that's something that I fell in love with. From the alien ruins to the mysterious artifacts, there are things in Cyrodiil, and there are things that were captured within Cyrodiil in the game, The Elder Scrolls Oblivion, that have never been you know, I was hoping for a return to it. That's why, you know, beyond Skyrim Bruma, whenever you could actually see the Imperial City in the background and all that jazz, like that was such a big deal for me when different teams release different mods and you get to go back. And I always wanted to go back because as much as I like Skyrim, I like the combat system. I do like how leveling up and stuff works. But as far as the world is concerned, the way it looks and the lore, I've always preferred Cyrodiil. I've always preferred the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And the fact that we're lucky enough, we're fortunate enough to have a team of dedicated people willing to work on this, also due to their love of the game as well, I'm sure. I've been following them for quite some time, and to really, I guess, to give you guys like kind of more of a background, and we'll even just go through the description itself. It says it sets the remaking Oblivion the Skyrim engine is what we set out to do when we started the Skyblivion project. Today we would like to share an exact update on the progress of Skyblivion. We have left for 2025 release. So I'm going to share links below. So I'm pretty much hoping to get from this team's project set to be released in 2025 that anybody who's a massive fan of the Elder Scrolls Oblivion is hoping to get just a reinvigorated experience within Oblivion. And I'm sure they're going to be adding things. They've already talked about it in previous videos, and they've covered it very thoroughly. They've been very open. Like I said, their YouTube channel has grown to a respectable 205K subscribers. I really recommend you guys check out their site, that you check it out. And if you guys have modding skills, talent, or if you want to be instructed in skill, because sometimes they just need, sometimes a modding team's biggest challenge is that most of them are, you know, they work full-time. A lot of them have families and they're just busy, but this is their passion project and they need help doing it. So if you want to be a part of those kind of people in the trenches that are going to help out with that work, kind of like the land meshing that they were talking about, to mesh the landscape so that NPCs can attack, can follow, can move. To do that, I recommend you guys reach out to them. I personally will be looking into that myself. I don't know if I'll be doing it because of my skill base or the lack thereof when it comes to modding, but I will tell you that this is looking to be a really, really interesting project. One of the things that I was the most excited for, I would argue, is not just the locations and the recreation of the projects, but our recreation of the objects and the landscapes, but that initial start off in the dungeon with the goblins, and of course to re-experience the story again, but in an updated engine. Skyrim's engine now is pretty old, is pretty aged, but to see Oblivion brought up to speed and up to that light, and even somewhat, it's probably going to look better than a modern, than Skyrim does now. So that's the beauty of it. But I've always, like I said, preferred the look of Cyrodiil, the look of Central Tamriel. I've always preferred the Empire. I play Imperial. I've always loved their lore. I've loved their history, and I really love all the stories and the lore and the books that are hidden within it, from the ruins and from going north to Sancre-Tor, to figuring out about the ancient wars of the Elysian Empire, to discovering things with the Knights of the Nine. And like a good friend of mine, Redbeard, was mentioning in our chat today, that the thing about Oblivion that I like the most is that unlike Skyrim, you're not the hero, you're just one of many heroic figures. So I think the biggest thing that I like about that is that it's a team effort more so. You talk about like Martin Septim, once Uriel died, and Martin had to kind of lead the charge with his armor. I was so ate up with Oblivion that when I would go to the Blades Cloud Ruler Temple, I would actually have his armor laid out on the bed like a tributary. I mean, I was so devoured by the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I could go on for hours, but I won't. I'll just leave it there. Check it out, guys. Videos, link to the video down below, and their website and all their information for the Rebel Size team, for the Skyblivion team. They're amazing. If any of you from the Skyblivion team see this, you're awesome. I'm just doing this because A, I only cover things I like, and B, it's kind of like a love letter to an Oblivion fan that you guys are doing this. So thank you. I really appreciate it. But on that note, guys, leave a like if you would like. Comment down below. Are you guys looking forward to the Skyblivion roadmap? Are you looking forward to the release? And don't forget to follow their stuff. And last but not least, I just want to give a shout out to my patrons. You guys know predominantly who you are, but the beautiful thing is I have a button that allows me to call that out pretty much at a whim. And active patrons as it follows are Connor Wood, Victor Gabriel Silva F. Wasica, Major Thesk, Legacy 11, and Miha. Thank you guys for your support. And of course, last but not least, I would like to give a shout out to our, oh, you gotta love YouTube Studio, acting all ridiculous. Oh yeah, so for our YouTube members, BJ Stanley, Miha again, Nagi, Covenant Armada, Istamal, and Legacy 11. Thank you guys for all your support. We will be able to upgrade our lighting situation in the studio thanks to you guys. So on that note, I'm out of here. Skyblivion. Check it out, you guys, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye now.